welcome back to my channel, Deb's Corner. It's me, Deb. So, I'm actually at the airport. I'm in New York right now, but I'm visiting for a few days. It's going to be gloomy for my duration of my stay here. So, whatever. I'm happy about for the rain as usual. I never complain when it rains because I was in the West Coast, and it was really, really dry when I was there. So I know I heard recently that been like getting a lot of like rain and snow and just weird weather stuff happening there. I'm glad I'm out, but yeah, while we were there, um, it was just dry throughout, and there was a point where there was like fires all the time, and there was like just droughts, and it was not fun. So I'm out. I'm glad I'm out. So I don't know if I'm going to be going out as much while I'm here, but if I am, I will bring you guys along. I do want to go to Chelsea Market. So we'll see. I do want to really go to Chelsea Market because there's a that's the my lash. There is a Mexican spot that I usually hit every time I come here. So I'm gonna see if I can go there. So it's raining now, but this is what I used to do with my mom when I was like very young. I would come sit in the car and just basically wait for her to shop. But yeah, this is what I do. So this is bringing back memories. I'm in the car. Landed. As soon as I landed, I started basically like running errands. So yeah, tired as hell. Tired. It's raining. In my office, you can see my mirror back there. You can see my desktop on, but I'm in my office and trying to get my career started. Trying to get my career started. So in this game, because I've been out of the workforce for 10 plus years, being a stay-at-home mom, raising my kids, and I'm transitioning back to the workforce. And to tell you that I am just a little nervous is an understatement. I am nervous, but I know I can do this. I'm not the first mom to ever take off from the career field and then go back in after a long period of time out of it. So I will get there, but it is nerve-wracking. I'm here trying to update my resume. I'm here trying to just make sure that my skills that I've gained so far is marketable. And I'm just hoping, praying that I get something. Yeah, so this is me on the journey back to, the workforce. I am so thankful that I was able to stay home and raise my kids for their first, I guess 5 years and more of their lives. So I'm happy I was awarded the opportunity to do so because it's such an experience. I know many women wish they could have that and they can't really do that because they can't afford to, or either they're single or the spouse is making enough money for them to stay home to take care of the kids. But I'm so glad I was able to do that. It's a blessing. I was glad that I got to see their first walk. I was glad that I was able to do all that mom stop puree food, like be there for their first tooth falling out, be there for their first everything basically, to have them go out in the world and explore things and just watch their faces light up as they discover new things. So glad I was able to do that. I have no regrets whatsoever of staying home. I felt like I was taking a sacrifice, right? I was making a sacrifice by staying home because obviously it's a decade plus out of the workforce. I mean, oh my gosh, you miss a lot. But I thought about it this way. I would not get back those early years of my kids being small. But I will always have a chance to work. So I that's how I kind of gave myself grace for staying home. And I don't regret it whatsoever. Now it's really hard trying to transition back to the workforce, but we'll do that. So what I've been doing to try to get myself back in is just in the area that I'm looking to go into. I've been researching. I as you always hear on this channel, I'm always taking courses. Yeah, those courses are to propel. It's for work, basically. It's to train me in the things that I need to like actually go into that role and do well in that role. It's exposing me to different softwares that I need for that role. So I'm glad I took the course. I'm taking the course. I have about 3 more months left in the course, but I decided to break it down and just do, I already did 4 months worth of courses. So I just stopped for a bit, and in that process start building out my portfolio, building out my resume, building out my the tangible things that I'm going to need to actually apply for a job. So in essence, I am doing all those things now, even though I'm not finished the course yet, but just building them out now and trying to go ahead and apply for roles as practice, to just see what the interview process would be like, and to just better prepare myself for when I finally finish the course, and I really have to go gung-ho on like finding a job. So that's what I'm doing right now. But it is nerve-wracking. That's it. I just returned from a trip to New York. Went to visit family. Kind of liked it. Felt a little sick coming back because I ate some tuna sandwich from a restaurant or from a store that didn't sit well with my stomach. So on the day of travel, I like gobbled that down in the morning and drank some OJ's, orange juice. And as soon as I drank the oranges, I knew it all would not be well. But anyways, as the day progressed, my stomach was just like turning. And it was time for me to catch my flight, and I felt like puking. So my only prayer was like, God, please do not allow me to throw up on this plane, on this flight, please. So I put my mask on as usual, and I sat there not moving 1 inch, because any move, I would feel like throwing up, and I didn't want that. So on top of that, annoying guy was sitting next to me on the plane, on the flight, with legs spread out, just like trying to irk my nerves. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood. Like on a normal day, I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you move your leg? I couldn't even talk, because if I talk, I will puke. I will puke. So I just stayed quiet. Let him kick my feet, let him step on my feet, let him bump my knees, whatever, because I was sleeping. Landed and, went straight home and quickly managed to shower and fell asleep on the bed. Fell asleep for a long time, then get up. Couldn't eat. Like, that was a funny thing. I couldn't eat. I thought I was pregnant. I was like, oh no. Turned out I wasn't. Thank you, Jesus. So I was just nauseated. I'm getting a little better now, but it was really bad for the past couple of days. Yeah, so I didn't really get to enjoy New York as much as I should have. I didn't get to go to my favorite places. I like to go to Chelsea Market to just grab some tacos from there. I didn't go there. I didn't go to a lot of places that I like. I follow a lot of people on Instagram, so I have a list of places or new restaurants that has opened that I would like to check out. I didn't get to do that, so I was like, ugh. But next time. Hey, next day. Oh my gosh. So I am here, and I'm like, I know I said, I was talking about like in the previous clip, or where I don't remember, where I was like, oh, I need to, I'm transitioning into workforce. I need to do blah, 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 blah. And now it comes to me, I was doing research and all that stuff, comes to me like, doing the research and preparing my portfolio and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hard. And I know life is hard. I know being a mom, being a parent, being a wife, everything's hard, and I did it, right? And I know it's hard, but like when you are like, I wouldn't say I've mastered motherhood, because I've not, but I guess when you say that you've had experience in a certain area, right? You're comfortable in going through the process, because although it's hard, you're a bit experienced, so you can go through that process, right? But when you have not
had any experience in an area that you're trying to get into and it's hard, you kind of get discouraged. And so that's where I am right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hard. Like creating a portfolio that stands out is hard. And I'm like, oh my God, this is hard. How am I going to get about it? But you know what I do when I always get like really, like when I get overwhelmed, I break the process down and I do it step by step. So in this sense, I'm thinking about my portfolio. Oh my God, how am I going to get a very good looking portfolio? And I'm like, take it step by step. How do you create this? A header. How do you create this? How do you create a high profile picture? Like all that stuff. So I think when I break it down into steps, I can tackle the problem. And that's what I'm doing. And this is like an encouragement for myself, but and anyone out there too. But when you are faced with something that's really overwhelming, um, it's best to just break it down, take it one step at a time, figure out, okay, what is it that I need to do first? What is it I need to do next? And just break it down into little steps. It makes it more, makes the problem more approachable than just thinking about the overall problem. Just wanted to share that because I think that's very important. Because this morning I'm like, oh shoot, like all last night I was like, oh shoot, I gotta figure out my portfolio, and you know what I tend to do is like research a lot. So I research, and it's like just seeing a lot of portfolios that stand out. You're like, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to get to this point? And it's just realizing the fact that you just have to just start and just one step after the other. And that's what I'm doing. So this is encouragement to myself, one step after the other. But yeah, just wanted to drop that in. Hope you guys are doing well. So talk to you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.